Welcome back to the channel. I have a Zevia creamy root beer. Let's listen for that crack. It's a little bit frozen because I had it in the freezer. Excellent. So good. Well, on the topic tonight about fitness, but it's not going to be about physical fitness. It's going to be about America's job market fitness. And give you a clue right off the bat. It's in poor health. So, got some notes here. Job market fitness of 2025. So it turns out that the media is claiming 4.3% of America is unemployed. But that's the headlines. The true number is a staggering 24.3% of unemployed. This translates to 7.3 million unemployed folks having a tough time. They're saying that the slow rate of hiring in August was as bad as it was in April of 2020. Do you remember 2020? I can refresh your memory about it. Just like that refreshing root beer. 2020 was a lot of shutdown action going on. Lots of things were closed. And they're comparing the rate of hiring back when the pandemic shutdown was taking place. That's not good. That's a terrible thing in America. That's horrible. Part of the problem is now we have these tariffs. This is hurting us. Unemployment checks that are being handed out, 50%. It's insane. That's crazy. I can't really believe that, but that's some of the statistics I looked up. I think I'm wrong on that one. I don't know. That just seems too much. We're in a low fire trend that's happening right now. As far as the Gen Zs go, 4.3 million Gen Z are affected by this. That's a lot of America's youth. It's called, there's a little acronym for it called NEET. And that stands for not in education, employment, or training. So not only are they not looking for a job, they're not doing any trade on hands sort of jobs. And they're not even in school. They're not even doing college. It'd be one thing if they're doing one of these things. Say you're doing a trade, but you're not in college, or you're employed somewhere, but you're not doing, extra vocational training or something. But some of these people are just opting out, which is really bad. We'll break down the females at 30.4% and the males at 19.5%. That's a lot. That's a shitload. Of course, we know another problem is the recent technological advancements of AI. Excuse me. the artificial intelligence. It's definitely increasing the influence in creating this situation we're in. As far as the AI goes, it could eliminate half of the entry-level white-collar jobs in the next 5 years. Half. 50%. So that spells a lot of trouble for all of us, because if the white-collar folks don't have jobs, then what does that mean for the people that are doing the blue-collar work and service industry work and all these other little jobs that we need? Because money, it's a big circle, and if we're not doing a little circle action, then we can't get paid either, and they're not going to get paid, and it's going to be literally survival of the fittest, survival of the richest, really. And there's going to be a small subset of rich people that have a lot of power versus a large portion of society that has to do all the grunt work. And that's not a good thing either. And the middle class is totally eroded. It's totally out of here. And that sucks. And another problem that we're being faced with right now is when we are looking for jobs, they've been outsourced by the computer. It used to be back in the day, you'd fill out your application on a piece of paper and you could go into the establishment, whatever it was, business, the building, the restaurant, the shoe store, the mall, whatever the place was, and you'd make a presentation, bring yourself there, walk in there with your resume and your application, and give a good first impression and talk to the boss, and you could kind of woo them over a little bit. Those days are over. It's online now, and you and 13 other candidates that just put in their application are at the back of the line of another 1,000 candidates that they're already looking through. And that thousands of candidates that they're looking through, they've already, shuffled through 30 of them, and then already narrowed it down to the 10 that they want to give interviews to. And that's terrible. So increasingly hard to even get the application process through to where they can even see any of your resume, see if you're a good fit at all. Literally a game of luck. It's almost gambling. And it's rough. I'm happy to have gotten 2 interviews in the last 23 days out of about 60 applications I put out. I got 2, so I'm doing better than the average person. I'm gonna have to still hustle my ass off to make sure that I don't fall behind. Back to the AI stuff. A lot of these applications are being outsourced through an AI chatbot that you have to communicate with, and it's not a speedy process. Let's just say that. Each application, about 23 minutes of time you're putting in, and it's a bit degrading. It kind of feels like you're being overlooked already when you're talking to Lena, the chatbot. They got a computer image of some pretty chick that's all excited to see you and exclamation points and so happy you chose us and we're excited for you and all this malarkey. And it's just crazy. So the AI stuff is not helping. It's a grudgy battle. I'm not a fan. It's been pretty tough with getting any of these applications in, all of them containing some form of chatbot or computer that you have to dialogue with. And now the latest, the DoorDash stuff. I tried to set up my DoorDash, but turns out they have to look at your, you signed up and they have to like review your possible entry into the DoorDash world, and it'll take 5 to 7 business days. And when I looked it up, like, what's the problem? I'm putting in my social security number and it's saying that we could not verify it. And I finally got a hold of somebody, but it wasn't a somebody. It was a Ron the chatbot. How may I help you? That kind of shit. And it pissed me off because we went over the same thing about 8 times and what was going on. It kept redirecting me and then hanging up on me. And then eventually I just looked into it through the internet myself and found out that it's going to take 5 to 7 business days and they have to review the whole process, which I just do not understand. All this AI stuff is just slowing everything down, putting well-to-do Americans and people around the world, for that matter, out of work and causing us a headache. It just does not seem like we're starting on a great path with this AI crap at all. Always the problem. I've yet to say AI was the solution. I've seen a lot of media about it, about using AI and have AI make money for you in your sleep. And you can do coding, and there's all these coding jobs. Well, all these people that got these coding jobs, that just went south, that just went done with, that is over. Those jobs are gone now. Who's coding? I thought that was going to be the big thing, and I don't know who's coding. That is a done deal, and spend all this money on all this training. They don't have a big coding job. That's something that AIs can do. They're gonna have it their way. I guess it's just gonna have to be a more in-person, inhuman, charismatic approach. You're just gonna have to reach out and just network hard as hell in the real world to see if you could catch a break. Because putting in applications and being part of the statistic of the unemployed and the ones that don't have work right now, that sucks. And then you try to do a secondary hustle and then you're still put on the back burner when it's like gig work. Something's gotta give, man. This is crazy. What a conundrum. Yeah, a big conundrum, if you ask me. I do not like this. But here we are. Keep an open mind, keep an open vibe. Try to pay attention to where you're being directed and look for opportunities. And maybe that sort of thing is not the way to go. Maybe there's an alternate path. We could get something else, get something better. But even these entry-level jobs that people are applying for, some people are waiting 27 weeks. And there's a lot of people on unemployment. We got a government shutdown. We got the AI takeover, massive job loss, war going on. Just insanity. We got the the feds trying to push a real ID act on us so they can keep track of you, and they want to look at your face. And then all these people throwing data at you. Every time you go on the internet, search for something, get done searching for something, you get a commercial about what you were just searching for. My God, man. Wake up one day. I'm gonna wake up one day inside the computer. You open your eyes, you blink twice, and a menu screen drops down. And then right there it asks if you want to buy. Asks if you want to purchase right now. And you haven't even gotten up out of bed to take a piss. Yeah. So, that's what's going on right now. Unemployment, not a good thing. Lack of jobs in general, not a great thing. AI takeover, insufficient, doesn't know exactly what it's doing, and not helping humanity as it was intended. It's helping a few human beings as it was intended, the ones that are getting rich off of it, but that's not us. Alright, well, that's what I had tonight about a fitness topic. Wasn't exactly physical, but it was a mental and spiritual fitness that we're going to have to tackle. That is of the unemployment crisis, the AI crisis, and the future of this great nation of ours. All right. Mr. Fitness, can I get a witness? We're signing out without a doubt. Keep your head high, keep the vibe strong. 'Cause we're gonna do this all night long. Have a good night.